Hey everyone, welcome to a new episode of the Red Devils Corner Kick podcast, a fan podcast dedicated to Manchester United Football Club. As always, like, subscribe, follow, whether it's Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or YouTube. And then you can follow on social media, Instagram, TikTok, or X. I hope everyone enjoyed their week. It is the weekend, which means we're back with the Prem. There was a match today, Wolves versus Aston Villa. Wolves beating Villa 2-0. That kind of does help Manchester United in a little bit of a way. Which means Sunday, that means everyone's going to be hyping up this game even more now. Like I've always said, positioning is wonderful, but holding on to it and then getting it, that's the thing I give a shit about. We can potentially get into third, potentially, but that's not guaranteed. At the end of the season, if we're in third, that's the best part. That is the spot that we want to, if we can be there, still be there at the end of the season, that is what we want. That is the important thing. But today is the preview episode of the match against Crystal Palace, which we're playing on Sunday, 9 a.m. Canada time, around 2 o'clock in the UK. Listen, we had a good match the first time. We won 2-1. This is also going to be an important Sunday because I'm going live Sunday, doing a watch along with my avatar. So I will be doing a watch along with the match on Sunday. So please keep an eye out for that episode. Follow it, watch along, interact. It's going to be interesting to see how this goes. I am nervous as hell for this episode, for the watch along on Sunday. I'll start doing everything 15 minutes ahead of time, 15 minutes, 30 minutes ahead of time, just get everything going, get everything familiar. So I'll be going live around 8:30, matches at 9. So yeah, looking forward to doing that. But listen, it's going to be, it's an important match, not because of the standings. It's just an important match. It's points. We have to get more distance between us and Chelsea, us and Liverpool. Again, there are teams there that we need to push away, and we need to get closer to those teams that are dropping points. For example, Aston Villa. We're hoping that City drop a point or two as well, where we get an opportunity to get ourselves within it. We hope that Arsenal drop a point because they're playing this weekend as well. So we have a lot of things that we need to happen for us, which is the nature of sports. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. It always happens. We are back at Old Trafford, which is good. But listen, we have a lot of work to do. And again, when I was looking into this, the one thing that's been driving me a little bit today was trying to get the lineup, trying to predict the lineup. Again, part of me just wants to go with the Carrick, just go with the flow type lineup. I don't know if he's going to change. I think for next week he might. For Newcastle, he's going to have to with a short time window. But we're just trying to predict it. So, listen, we're at different points of the season between us and Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace, I was expecting to have a little bit better. I didn't expect things to be sold off. Things going with Glasner, the success that they had last season. They should have been in the Europa League. That was stupid for them not to be in the Europa League. But they won in the FA Cup last year. They had a good season. I was expecting that to carry over here, but obviously things have not gone Glasner's way. Glasner, who at early stages was a target for United as a potential manager. Obviously, Adam Wharton, another audition with Manchester United, who was a potential target. So we definitely have things to look at, but there's going to be challenges for Sunday. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. There were challenges the first time that we played. There was. We got away with 2 very good goals. We did. Yes, there is the penalty. We had the penalty scored against us, but we had 2 very, like, Xerxes' goal was good. And then obviously we saw the Mason Mount free kick goal. Well, Bruno's free kick to Mason Mount that ended up getting us a goal. But we had those goals. We needed to win on certain pieces, and we got one. Again, Xerxes played well in that game, got us the goal. But again, like, how do I go back to it? United had struggles. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We've had struggles even with this win streak. And I even talked about it in my player ratings and my post-game episode on Monday against Everton. There were struggles. I had concerns. Everton couldn't get past us with some of the players that they had, but they had opportunities. We had to defend a bunch of corners. They had opportunities. So we had our issues there. Are we going to have those same issues on Sunday? Probably. The advantage is we're at Old Trafford, but yeah, we're going to have issues. So we're going to let teams just start moving the ball. Like, we have to be able to more disciplined than we were the last. Again, it's great that we have the results. Results always hide everything because you're winning. And yes, Carrick has yet to lose since taking over. And yes, I mentioned about, what was it? Him basically being the manager as a default. 1, he's an ex-player. 2, he's going to be a yes person. But like I said, the one thing too is Carrick is going to have to change things for next season. What you're seeing now is just how do I word it? The warden or the custodian, basically. He's just watching over this for 6 months. There's no guarantee. So yeah, he's made a few changes, great, but there's going to be changes next year. What he's doing now is what he removed is probably going to have to come back next season. He's going to have to put an input for what's going. Like, again, there's going to be issues, but I think, like I said, the reason why they're doing Carrick would be the option is because it's the safe one. It's an option there because you can spin it the way it is. He's had successful time here. Look what he did. We hope that he can carry it on. But again, once things start going badly, then they're going to spin it about Carrick. But that's another episode. That's something there. But not trying to be negative or anything. But let's focus on Sunday. It kind of happened focusing on Sunday. But listen, they're going to have to approach it again. Like I said, Crystal Palace has been played well against us in the past. Like, especially when you look at, listen, we got our first win against Palace since 2023 when we played them in November. But like, again, they can show what they're capable of doing. They are. They can play us very well. But right now, there is, like, they are, like I said, they're at a different side than what we are. They've had, again, Glasner has shown promise, showed what he can do. It's just things have not gone right for him this season. There hasn't been. Especially in the Prem, they are doing well in the Conference League, but there are struggles going on with this Premier League season. Players are gone. They've sold some players. Some of those players have been trouble for us too. So listen, we are going to have our challenges on Sunday. It doesn't matter who's there or not, but we are going to have challenges. We know Henderson is a good keeper. Muniz, we're going to see Adam Wharton, who we've been looking at here. The one thing that's different is they do have injuries. Mateta will not be playing. So you have Strand Larson playing up front. At one point, I believe we were tied to him. I believe. Were we tied? No. Who am I? Yeah, I think even at one point, I think at one point Manchester United were looking at him. Because he came in. Yeah, I remember him being a target for United. I think he was just linked. It wasn't like they were going to be going for him, but there is, yeah, like they still have a good squad. The question is, going into this game, can we control everything? Can we control the middle? Can we control the flow as well? Are we going to have Sesko starting? We have injury concerns, and like it's terrible to hear that Licha is out, has a calf injury. Mason Mount is expected to hopefully be back soon. Again, Matthias de Ligt is like, we're expecting de Ligt and Dorgu back at the same time. That's a strange back injury to have, but a back injury can lead to some worse things. But listen, are we guaranteed the win on Sunday? The answer is no. We're not guaranteed the win. We're not. So we definitely have our work cut out for us. We've seen what they can do when they move through us and go behind. Like, I don't want to be sitting back. I want us to take control of the game, take the ball away from them, move it, score. And listen, last week was great. You can keep talking about that series of passes and how everything led up to the Sesko goal, but we saw what David Moyes and them were able to do. This game is going to be a little bit different. There's going to be challenges. There is. We know what they can do. We know that we're going to have our challenges for this game. We have to get out front. We have to move the ball. We have to control the ball. We have to be disciplined with the ball. So there's a lot of stuff that this group is going to have to do for Sunday. And they can take it away from us very easily. They can. We've seen what Crystal Palace has done before. We know they can challenge us. But I don't like. How do I go? They're missing players, so are we. But we should be able to move. Like, we should be able to outplay them. We should. Everything on paper, it always says, "Oh yeah, we should be able to do this," but usually that's not the case. There's always a challenge. So we can't go into this game thinking it's an automatic win. Fans cannot. And yes, I mentioned the Villa loss today. There's a potential of going up to third. That's great. Right now, I just give a shit about trying to pull off a win against Crystal Palace, who, yes, has been struggling. But again, this can line up to a trap game. It can be. So we have to be cautious. We have to be prepared. We have to be able to play consistent, disciplined, finished football. Like, we have to finish in those games. When we get those opportunities to score, we have to take them. So let's go into player lineup. That's the one thing. So let's look at my lineup prediction for the match on Sunday. So just give me a moment here while I load it up. So my little squad. Like I said, I think I basically said it's going to be the same as Monday. Monday's squad was different because, again, Leach's injury came out. But yes, Monday, so we'll keep it as the same starting squad. Lemens, Dalot, Yoro, Maguire, Shaw, Casemiro, Mainu, Ahmad, Bruno, and Cunha, and then Mbeumo up front. Like, I think Carrick's just going to keep it the same as he always does. It's like, I don't know why. I don't think he's going to change anything. I don't think, like, he can speculate and whatever, but is Sesko going to get there? Sesko, in his short minutes, has been scoring. I think we're going to have to, hopefully he comes on sooner. My concerns is about Mbeumo. I know he was limping off on Monday. Is he ready to go? Like I said, next Wednesday we'll be doing rotation going to this game because we have a game on Sunday and then the game on Tuesday or on Wednesday. Sorry. So yeah, and that's a short window. You basically play Sunday, you get 2 days, and I think that's already happened already. Yeah, so 2 days off and then boom. Like I think, where are we playing on Tuesday? Crystal Palace, and we're on the road. We're on the road to St. James's Park. So, but yeah, it was just a question up front. Ahmad hasn't also been playing the best either. So you could move Mbeumo to the wing, put Sesko in if you're looking to start. Again, for the way things have been predicting, and for all we know, it may not be. I think he will keep similar to what had happened in the last game. I'm sure he's not afraid of making changes, but I think just everything's working out well. He has a set 11, and boom, there you go. So, but the question is, when we play those teams and Sesko favors the matchup, that's the important thing. So we'll see. Again, we have to be able to control the middle. It's great that Wharton's there, but we have to control the middle, move the ball, get things going. So that's the important thing. So Crystal Palace will provide a challenge. The question is, do we play to what the level that should be, or are we going to play down to the level that the Manchester United usually do, and hope that we can scrape away a win? It's great what's happening, but those holes are there. Those holes that it's just fortunate that teams are not getting those advantages and taking advantage of those opportunities like United have for certain games. So there is going to be a struggle for this game. I can see it. I know we're at home, but there is going to be pressure there. There is going to be the idea of, look what we can do, but realistically, there's going to be a problem. So, so I'm going to leave it there for the episode. I will be back I'll be back Sunday. This episode is going to be aired out early Saturday morning. As I kind of started recording it late Friday night, early going into midnight. So yes, this episode will be out in the middle of the night, or early, very early, depending on where you are in the world. In Canada, it would be very early. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow with the post-game match. I'm going to be doing live for the watch-along on Sunday for the game. And then later on, I'll do my post-game match, player ratings, and everything as well. So don't forget to hit like, subscribe, follow, whether it's YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and don't forget to follow on social media, Instagram, TikTok, or X. But yes, I will enjoy your Saturday, everyone. Enjoy the match on Sunday. Hopefully I see many of you during the watch along. Looking forward to it. A little nervous. We'll see how everything goes. But first attempt, here we go. And yeah. So again, enjoy your Saturday. Enjoy the match. I'll talk to you guys during the match tomorrow as well. This is the Red Devils Corner Kick Podcast. Glory, glory, Man United.